Hello everyone, for today's video we are going to discuss the RPMS tool for teachers 1 to 3 or the so-called proficient teachers for the school year 2022 to 2023. So we are going to discuss how are you going to be rated per objective, and I will be providing a soft copy of this presentation so that if you want to share this to your co-teachers, hindi na kayo mahihirapan na gumawa pa ng presentation. Right? So stay tuned until the end of this video on how are you going to get the soft copy of this presentation. Thank you. Before we continue our video, this is Mona Pecas de la Cruz. Please don't forget to like, share, leave a comment down below, and click the notification bell so that you'll get notified for my upcoming videos. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so before we start our discussion, I just want to share the reference of this content. So again, the reference is the DepEd Memorandum number 8, series of 2023, which was released last February 3, 2023, entitled The Multi-Year Guidelines on the Results-Based Performance Management System, Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, or the so-called RPMS-PPS. These are the three categories on how are we going to be rated as teacher 1 to teacher 3. So first category is the effectiveness or the quality. So the quality and effectiveness is defined as to the extent to which actual performance compares with targeted performance, the degree to which objectives are achieved, and the extent to which targeted problems are solved. In management, effectiveness relates to getting the right things done. Efficiency is defined as the extent to which time or resources is used for the intended task or purpose. Measures whether targets are accomplished with a minimum amount of quantity of waste, expense, or unnecessary effort. In management, the efficiency relates to doing the things right. While in timeliness category, measures whether the deliverable was done on time based on the requirements of the rules and regulations and our clients or stakeholders. Time-related performance indicators evaluate such things as project completion, deadlines, time management skills, and other time-sensitive expectations. So this figure was based on DepEd Order number 2 series of 2015. Ayan. So you can check on it on this Google Drive, RPMS Manual Updated 2019 Google Drive. Following the DepEd Order number 2 series of 2015, the performance indicators need not have all three categories. Some performance may only be related to quality and efficiency, some on quality and timeliness, and others on efficiency only. So in figure 1.9 illustrates how the performance measures are embedded in the performance indicators of the RPMS tools. This slide shows the rubric level summary, how we are being rated during our classroom observation. So on the first column, you can see here the levels, and then the level label, and then the level description. Alright, so let's start with the level 3, considered as organizing level labels. The description for organizing is that the teacher demonstrates a limited range of loosely associated pedagogical aspects of the said indicator. Level 4, or known as the developing level label, so described as the teacher demonstrates a range of associated pedagogical aspects of the indicator that sometimes are aligned with the learner's developmental needs. So level 5, known as the applying level, which described as the teacher demonstrates a range of associated pedagogical aspects of the indicator that usually are aligned with the learner's developmental needs. So level 6, or consolidating level label, is described as the teacher uses well-connected pedagogical aspects of the indicator that consistently are aligned with students' development and support students to be successful learners. And the highest level is level 7, which is the integrating level label, which is described as the teacher uses well-connected pedagogical aspects of the indicator to create an environment that addresses individual and group learning goals. So from here, mula level 3 to level 7, mula organizing to integrating level, nakikita natin na iba-iba yung level ng nade-demonstrate ni teacher on that particular aspect of an indicator. So, pataas ng level. That means when you get or when you reach the level 7, ito na yung pinakamataas na level ng ating pagtuturo. So that means nakaka-create na tayo ng environment that usually or that addresses yung individual, hindi lang individual but as well as the group learning goals. So buong klase talaga. Meaning to say, nagpa-participate as in majority ng ating klase. From CRA 1, which is the content, knowledge, and pedagogy. So the first objective is applied knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching area. So this is the PPST 1.1.2 objective. So as we can see here, the means of verification that we have to present is the COT. Kapag classroom observation, kailangan face-to-face. Hindi lang siya magiging face-to-face kapag may mga underlying circumstances. We will be rated with 1 or poor if we have demonstrated the level 3 in objective 1 as shown in the COT rating sheets or inter-observer agreement forms, or there is no acceptable evidence that has been shown. We will have a rating of 2 or unsatisfactory if we have demonstrated 4 in objective 1 as shown in COT rating sheets or inter-observer agreement form. We will be rated with 3 or satisfactory if we have demonstrated level 5 in objective 1 as shown in COT rating sheets or inter-observer agreement forms. We will be given very satisfactory or 4 rating if we have demonstrated level 6 in objective 1 as shown in COT rating sheets or inter-observer agreement form. And lastly, we will be rated outstanding or 5 if we have demonstrated level 7 in objective 1 as shown in COT rating sheets or inter-observer agreement forms. Kaya, bago natin diniscuss itong ratings na ito, pinakita muna natin yung iba't ibang level na pinapakita sa rubric kanina. Okay? So, under the efficiency category, we will be rated 1 or poor if there is no acceptable evidence shown. We will be rated satisfactory or 3 if the objective was met but instruction exceeded the allotment time. Okay? And we will be rating 5 or outstanding if the objective was met within the allotted time. On the second objective under CRA 1, which is the content, knowledge, and pedagogy, for objective 2 is the use a range of teaching strategies that enhance learner achievements in literacy and numeracy under the PPST 1.4.2. Again, our means of verification is our COT rating or the inter-observer agreement form. Again, we will be rated under quality and efficiency category. So, same lang yung pagre-rate sa atin, just like dun sa objective 1 na poor if there level 3 or no acceptable reason, 2, ayan. So, nakadepende pa rin yung rating natin under dun sa level natin. Under objective 3, which is applied a range of teaching strategies to develop critical and creative thinking as well as other higher ordered thinking skills under PPST 1.5.2. Again, same means of verification, which is the COT and the COT COT rating sheets or inter-observer agreement forms. So we will also be rated in quality and efficiency category. So same process on how are we going to be rated using the rubric. CRA2, learning environment and diversity of learners. Under objective number 4 is the managed classroom structure to engage learners individually or in groups in meaningful exploration, discovery, and hands-on activities within a range of physical learning environments, PPST 2.3.2. Again, means of verification is the COT rating or the inter-observer agreement form. And we will be rated in quality and efficiency category, and it goes the same process on how are we going to be rated using the rubrics. Okay, objective 5, which is the managed learning behavior constructively by applying positive and non-violent discipline to ensure learning-focused environment, PPST 2.6.2. Okay, again, MOV is the COT tool or the inter-observer agreement form. Again, we will be rated when the category of quality and efficiency. And again, we will be rated by using the rubric summary. Okay, under objective number 6, which is the use differentiated developmentally appropriate learning experiences to address learners' gender needs, strengths, interests, and experiences, PPST 3.1.2. Again, MOV is COT tool or the inter-observer agreement form. The category, quality, and efficiency, and of course, the same process or the same rubric will be used in providing the rating under this objective. Objective 7 under the CRA3, curriculum and planning, planned, managed, and implemented developmentally sequenced teaching and learning processes to meet curriculum requirements and varied teaching contexts. So PPST 4.1.2. Again, the same MOVs, COT tool and COT tool or inter-observer agreement form. In the quality and efficiency category using the same set of rubric shown a while ago. Objective number 8, participated in collegial discussions that use teacher and learner feedback to enrich teaching practice. For the quality category, you will be rated with poor or 1 point if there is no acceptable evidence shown, right? You will get a rating of 2 or unsatisfactory if you have just presented MOV number 1. And this MOV number 1 is the proof of attendance in LAC sessions, FGDs, meetings, and other collegial discussion. Satisfactory or 3 rating is described as the shared practices, teacher and learner feedback during LAC session, FGDs, meetings, and other collegial discussions to plan, facilitate, and enrich practice as shown in MOV number 2. So MOV number 2 describes as minutes of LAC sessions or FGDs or meetings and other collegial discussions on use of teacher and learner feedback to enrich teaching practice. You will have a rating of 4 or very satisfactory if you have reflected on practices during LAC sessions, FGDs, meetings, and other collegial discussions to plan, facilitate, and enrich teaching practice as shown in MOV number 3. So MOV number 3 is described as the reflection notes of teachers on their demonstration of teaching practices following participation from LAC session, FGDs, meetings, and other collegial discussions that use teacher and learner feedback to enrich teaching process with proof of attendance. Okay, you will have the rating of outstanding or 5 points if you have planned for enriched teaching practice based on LAC sessions, FGDs, meetings, other collegial discussions attended as shown in MOV 3. So again, it is the reflection notes. Right? So, under timeliness, category, you will get 1 point or poor if there is no acceptable evidence shown. You will get the rating of 2 if you just have participated in a collegial discussion that discusses teacher and learner feedback in only 1 quarter. So that means within the 4 quarters, isang beses ka lang nag-participate sa FGD or LAC session or in any form of discussion. Okay? You will have a rating of 3 if you have just participated in collegial discussion that discuss teacher and learner feedback across 2 quarters. So, ang difference is that you have participated here in 2 quarters. Very satisfactory if you participated in collegial discussions that discuss teacher and learner feedback across 3 quarters. Ayan, so pataas ng pataas. And if you are going to get an outstanding or rating of 5 if you have participated in collegial discussion that discuss teacher and learning feedback across 4 quarters. Okay, Objective 9, which is the selected, developed, organized, and used appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT, to address learning goals. So, it is the PPST 4.5.2. So, MOV is the classroom observation tool or rating sheet or inter-observer agreement form, right? So we have here quality and efficiency category, and it has the same process on how are we going to be rated based on the rubrics. Okay, under craft 4 or under craft 4, assessments and reporting, objective number 10, designed, selected, organized, and used diagnostic, formative, and summative assessment strategies consistent with curriculum requirements, PPST 5.1.2. Again, MOV is the COT form or COT tool, rating sheets, or inter-observer agreement forms. Okay? We will be rated under quality and efficiency category, and it goes the same process using the rubric provided. Okay, Objective 11. Monitored and evaluated learner progress and achievement using learner attainment data, PPST 5.2.2. So we will be rated here under quality and timeliness category. So we will get poor or rating of 1 under quality and timeliness if there is no acceptable evidence shown or provided. We will have unsatisfactory or rating of 2 under quality if we have monitored and evaluated learner progress and achievement based on an existing grade level, department, or learning area report. Under timeliness category, if we have submitted MOVs shown monitoring and evaluation in only 1 quarter. We will have a satisfactory or rating of 3 if we have monitored and evaluated learning progress and achievements based on the class attainment data. Okay, so satisfactory or 2 under timeliness category if we have submitted MOVs shows monitoring and evaluation done across 2 quarters. And we will get very satisfactory or rating of 4 if we have monitored and evaluated learner progress and achievement based on attainment data from an individual learner. Under timeliness, we get satisfactory or rating of 4 if we have submitted MOVs shows monitoring and evaluation done across 3 quarters. We will have a rating of 5 under quality if we have involved learners in monitoring and evaluation of their own progress and achievement. And under timeliness, we will get or have outstanding or rating of 5 if we have submitted MOVs shows monitoring and evaluation done across 4 quarters. It says here that means of verification should be any one of the following. First one is individual learning monitoring plan. Second is the peer assessment data. Third is sample of learners' output with reflection or self-assessment. Next is progress charts and anecdotal records. Next is class or e-class record grading sheets. Also, lesson plans showing index of mastery. Another is frequency of errors with identified least or most mastered skills. Any equivalent else form document that highlights the objective or the individual learning agreement or ELA or ALS assessment form 2. And lastly, others, which you will be needing to specify and provide annotations. Objective 12, which is communicated promptly and clearly the learner's needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders including parents and guardians. So this is the PPST 5.4.2. So means of verification is any one of the following. The first one here is a sample of corrected test paper of a learner in a learning area with parents or guardians' signature and date of receipt. Number 2, minutes of recordings with key stakeholders, PTA, SGC, SPT, or CPC with proof of attendance. Another is the report card with parent signature in all quarters supported by minutes of meeting, and also communication with key stakeholders, which is also considered as the parents or guardians, co-teachers, and LGU using various modalities. Another one is the anecdotal record showing entries per quarter. Also, any equivalent else form document that highlights the objective. And lastly, and other MOVs that you need to specify and provide annotations on it. Again, so we will be rated here under the quality and timeliness category. Okay? We will get 4 or a rating of 1 under quality and timeliness if we haven't present any acceptable evidence shown. Under quality, you will get rating of 2 if you have communicated learners' needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders including parents, guardians, but not regularly as shown in the MOV submitted. Under timeliness, you have showed or the teacher showed prompt communication of learners' need, progress, and achievement in only 1 quarter. You will have a rating of 3 if you have communicated promptly and clearly using only 1 strategy. Learners' needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders, including parents, guardians, as shown in the MOV submitted. Under the timeliness, the teacher should show prompt communication of learners' needs, progress, and achievements across 2 quarters. You will have a rating of 4 if you have communicated promptly and clearly using various tools and strategies, learners' needs, progress, and achievements to key stakeholders including parents, guardians as shown in the MOV submitted. And under timeliness, the teacher should show prompt communication of learners' needs, progress, and achievement across 3 quarters. You will have the rating of 5 or outstanding under quality category if you have sustained engagement through regular communication of learners' needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders including parents, guardians as shown in the MOV submitted. And timeliness, the teacher should show the prompt communication of learners' needs, progress, and achievement across 4 quarters. So it should be complete. Under Craft 5, Personal Growth and Personal Development. Objective 13, apply the personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. So you have to show here means of verification, which is the reflection or journal entry that highlights the application of a learner-centered teaching philosophy in the lesson plan or community work. Again, you will be rated in the quality and timeliness category. We will have 4 rating under quality and timeliness category if you have not presented any acceptable evidence. You will get or you will have rating of 2 or unsatisfactory under quality category if you have submitted an MOV that indicate a personal philosophy of teaching that is not learner-centered. Okay? You will have a rating of 2 Under timeliness category, if you have applied a personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered in only 1 quarter. You will have a satisfactory or a rating of 3 if you have submitted MOV that shows the application of personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. Right? You will have a rating of 3 under timeliness category if you have applied a personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered across 2 quarters. You will have a very satisfactory or rating of 4 under quality if you have submitted MOV that reflects involvement of learners in the teaching learning process resulting from the application of a personal philosophy of a teaching that is learner-centered. While in timeliness, you will have a rating of 4 if you have applied a personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered across 3 quarters. If you want to have an outstanding or of a rating of 5, you will have to submit MOV that details the consistent involvement of learners in the teaching learning process resulting from the application of a personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. Timeliness, you will also get 5 or outstanding if you have applied a personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered across 4 quarters. Okay, so as we can see, medyo mabigat kapag outstanding. Dapat talagang mabigat yung ating MOV. Objective 14. Set professional development goals based on the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers or the PPST 7.5.2. We will be rated under 3 categories, which is the quality, efficiency, and the timeliness. You will get a rating of 1 or poor if you have not presented any acceptable evidence. You will have a unsatisfactory or rating of 2 under quality if you have just accomplished the ESAT at the beginning of the school year as evidenced by MOV number 1. Efficiency, under efficiency category, you have submitted 1 acceptable MOV. And under timeliness category, you only have 1 of the submitted MOV was accomplished within the prescribed RPMS phase. You will have a rating of 3 or unsatisfactory if you have set the professional development goals based on your ESAT result as in evidence by MOV2 under quality category. And under efficiency category, you will get a rating of 3 if you have submitted 2 acceptable MOVs. So first one is the ICT and the second one is the IPCR FDP. You will have a rating of 3 under timeliness if you have 2 of the submitted MOVs that is accomplished within the prescribed RPMS phase. Okay? You will have a rating of 4 under quality if you have discussed progress on professional development goals with the rater during the mid-year review as evidenced by MOV 3. Okay. You will get a rating of 3 under efficiency category if you have submitted acceptable MOVs. And under timeliness category, you will have a rating of 4 if you have submitted 3 MOVs and accomplished it within the prescribed RPMS phase. And you will get an outstanding or rating of 5 under quality category if you have updated professional development goals during the phase 2 of the RPMS cycle as evidenced by MOV 4. So again, MOV 4 is the updated IPCRF DP from the phase 2. Under efficiency category, you will have a rating of 5 or outstanding if you have submitted 4 acceptable MOVs. Under timeliness category, you will have a rating of 5 if you have submitted 4 MOVs and they were accomplished within the prescribed RPMS phase. Okay, the plus factor. Objective 15 performs various works, activities that contribute to teaching and learning process. We will be rated in 3 categories, the quality and efficiency and the timeliness. So here are the means of verification. So it says here that we have to we can only choose one of the following as proof. If you have committee involvement and involvement as module or learning material writer and validator, involvement as a resource person or speaker learning facilitator in the regional office, SDO or school-initiated TV or radio-based instruction, book or journal authorship or co-authorship, contributionship, as well as advisorship or coordinatorship or chairpersonship. Okay? Another one is the participation in the demonstration teaching and also participation as research presenter in a forum conference. Another one is mentoring of pre-service or in-service teachers. You can also consider the conducted research within that rating period. You can also present other MOVs but provided you have to annotate it. Once you have chosen one proof, it is required that you have to provide annotation on how it contributed to the learning process. So, hindi lang basta-basta pipili ng kahit anong proof of MOVs dito sa ating mga nakalista. You will be having a rating of 1 under quality, efficiency, and timeliness if there is no acceptable evidence shown. Okay? You will have an unsatisfactory or rating of 2 under quality if you have performed at least one related or activity that contributed to teaching learning process within the class as evidenced by the submitted MOV. You will have a rating of 2 under efficiency if you have just submitted MOV that shows collaborative, considerable overlap with hence significantly affecting the performance of the actual teaching process. Under timeliness, you will get a rating of 2 if you have submitted MOVs completed in only 1 quarter. You will have a rating of 3 under quality if you have performed at least one of the related work activity that contributed to the teaching learning process within the learning area or the department as evidenced by the submitted MOV. You will have a rating of 3 under efficiency category if you have submitted MOV that shows reasonable interlap with the actual teaching learning process as evidenced by the annotation provided. So you have to provide an annotation. So magva-vary siya based on the annotation that you have been provided on how it contributed to the teaching and learning process. Okay? You will have a rating of 3 under timeliness category if you have submitted MOVs that were distributed across 2 quarters. Okay? So going back to quality category, you will have a rating of 4 if you have performed at least one related work activity contributed to the teaching learning process within the school or community learning center or CLC as evidenced by the MOV. You will have a rating of 4 under efficiency category if you have submitted MOV that details the perceived positive contribution to teaching learning process as evidenced by the annotation provided. And lastly, for the timeliness category under rating of 4, you will have the teacher submitted MOVs that is distributed across 3 quarters. You will get an outstanding or rating of 5 under quality category if you have performed at least one related work or activity that contributed to the teaching learning process beyond the school or community learning sentence as evidenced by the submitted. You will have a rating of 5 under efficiency category if the teacher have submitted MOV that details the achieved positive contribution to the teaching learning process as evidenced by the annotation provided. So, napakahalaga ng paglalagay ng annotation sa ating mga MOVs. Last, under timeliness category, you will have an outstanding or rating of 5 if you have submitted MOVs that were distributed across 4 quarters. Right? So, talagang mabigat yung pagiging outstanding or if you are targeting an outstanding rating. Ano ang iyong saloobin sa ating video? Kung ikaw ay may nais sabihin, i-komento o i-suggestion, i-type lamang ito sa ating comment section. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Again, this is Mona Pecas de la Cruz, and please don't forget to like, share, leave a comment down below, and click the notification bell so that you'll get notified for my upcoming videos. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you and God bless.